Afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all having a good day. This is going to be another journal update from last Monday's beginner class. Sorry it's a bit late. I was in two minds if I'm going to continue this journal series, but I said I'd keep going. Some people might be getting some sort of help or inspiration or something out of it. Yeah, so the beginner class last Monday, 7 to half 8 I think it was. Well, it's 7 to 8, but we usually stick around a little bit longer and just drill stuff or do a bit of rolling or stuff like that. Yeah, so there was a warm-up first. The warm-up was games again. The Monday coach likes to gamify his classes, so that was very good. It was very good for the warm-up, and it gets the body going, it gets the heart rate up, and it's very beneficial. Yeah, so we did a few different games, but they're all from kind of takedown sort of stuff, but it wasn't really takedowns. It was it was hand fighting basically, where you were grip fighting, and then whoever could touch the other person's shoulder kind of won. So whoever got their shoulder tapped had to sprawl, sort of a burpee sort of movement, and get back up and reset. And that went on for about 5 minutes or so, and then we went on to a newer version of it, where you had to tap their shoulder and their knee then to make them sprawl. So that was good. And then we went on to 2 shoulder taps, which was hard to get, especially when your opponent knows what you're doing. So that was very entertaining, got the blood pumping. Very, very, very good. Let's tap that. Yeah, and then we went on to the core of the class. The last few weeks we've been drilling half guard. This time we were drilling half guard from the perspective of the top person, how to smash the half guard and stuff like that. We learned 2 different ways. One was where you're in half guard and you're just going to smash their knee and try to pass them, and you end up in a 3/4 mount, I think it's what it was called. They basically still have their hook in and their figure 4 leg lock in, and you have to pass from there by kind of what the instructor called it was crowbar. So you're gonna get your hand and you're gonna go in like a cross collar choke on the back of their collar, but thumb in instead, and kind of wrench your forearm into their face, turning their face until you can achieve that 3/4 mount. And then from there you're gonna go with your other arm and you're going to paste it across their face and turn their face the opposite direction, while simultaneously turning their spine, making their defense very weak. And then you're just going to pummel out with your other foot into a mount position. The next escape was, well, it wasn't similar at all. The next escape was same thing. You're in the figure 4 leg lock position. You've already passed the shield, but this time to break the lock, or to break the guard, you are going to invert into an inverted side control, which doesn't sound right to me. I don't think it's side control, but you are facing your opponent's legs, and then you with your arm is going to cross your opponent's body. You are going to push their arms up and stretch them out in the opposite direction, which puts pressure on their spine again, keeping it not in line basically. And from there you are going to, how do we get out then? Oh yes, you're going to attack their feet and pry your legs out from there, or pry your leg out from there, and you can even get a heel hook or a toe hold and stuff like that from that position. It's very useful. I'll definitely be trying both things, because I usually get stuck in half guard a fair bit with some of the higher belts when they're practicing on the lower white belts, to try and bring their own games up. So that'll be good for me the next time. I had lots of trouble the last time trying to get out of one of the lads' half guard. He just kept sweeping me all over the place, so I'll definitely be giving those few bits a try. Hopefully he'll give me a bit of time to try, but yeah, sure, we'll see how we get on the next time at open mat and stuff like that. Lastly, for the last 10 minutes of class, we did a bit of takedowns. They varied off the curriculum a little bit just before the Christmas. The takedowns were good. It started with a 2-on-1 with one hand, with one of your opponent's arms, and then you switch one of your arms behind their back, either to grab their belt or to grab their shoulder. And from there you are going to sweep one of their leg that's closer to you backwards, and then you're going to step into that gap with your other foot, blocking their advance again, and then you're going to kind of pistol squat down into the gap, sweeping or kicking their leg upwards while you drag their belt or their shoulder, whatever you have a grip of, over onto you. Basically a suicide throw. It is mad effective, but if you do it wrong, they can land on your chest, which isn't nice. That happened to me a few times. Yeah, so that was basically that class. It was very good, very informative. I enjoyed it. I wasn't actually sore after that class, surprisingly enough. The body must be catching up now. But yeah, my next video will be about how I'm creating a game plan and stuff like that, and a training plan, something to focus on in the next few months, preparing for competitions and just trying to get better in general. It'll be based on a rule of 1, which I'll go into detail with in the next video. So if anyone's interested in that, keep an eye out for it. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it there, everyone. Hope you're all having a good day. Safe rolling out there, and bye bye.